Hi, it's Mona. I started this project with die cutting. First, I die cut the branches from cilantro cardstock using lemon vine border dies. Next, I die cut the lemons and the flower centers from sunflower cardstock. I followed the process with the flowers from white cardstock. For the lemon card, I run the flowers and the flower centers through my die cut machine 3 times. I also die cut 3 lemon vines. For the raspberry card, I'm using the other 3 vines. I will pair them with 15 white flowers, yellow flower centers, and raspberry die cuts from raspberry cardstock using the Builded Ring Mansonnier add-on, jam and honey dies. The next step is ink blending. I blend the edges of all 15 lemons with fossilized amber distress oxide ink to give them little extra dimension. While they are still attached to the sticky surface, I add highlights with my white jelly roll pen. Using the same ink, I also blend the flower centers for the raspberry card. Next, I blend all the green vines with peacock feathers distress oxide ink. I really love what this ink does on cilantro cardstock. It creates such a beautiful color shift. Again, I add some highlights to bring those leaves to life. I start coloring the branches with a brown Ohuhu marker. Then I realize I will continue the coloring on white cardstock. I am just painting the branch, but it adds so much dimension to the die cuts. They almost look like they are built in 3D, even though they are only one layer. For the raspberries, I use kitsch flamingo distress oxide ink to blend the edges and give them a brighter pink color. Then, using the same ink, I blend the centers of the white flowers that I will use on the lemon card. Next, I switch back to peacock feathers and finish coloring the little green tops of the raspberries. Once all the highlighting is done, I start adhering the die cuts together with liquid glue. First I adhere the flowers. Then I add the flower centers. After that, I position the lemons and glue them into place. I repeat the same process with the remaining pieces of camera, and I just love how they turned out. Then I repeat the whole process for the raspberry version as well. This time I use more flowers and fewer raspberries. And here they are side by side. Which one is your favorite, the lemon version or the raspberry one? It was honestly so hard to decide which background to use because they all look beautiful. In the end, I choose the colorful pattern papers. I run my chosen pattern papers through the die-cut machine using the large stitched rectangle stackables. Now it's time for the sentiments. For the lemon card, I stamped the Make Lemonade sentiment with the number 2 pencil mini ink cube. For the raspberry card, I used the Jam and Honey sentiment stamp set together with the raspberry mini ink cube. Now everything is ready to assemble the cards. I fold each card base in half and adhere the colorful card front on top. Next, I add foam squares to the back of the die-cut vines and adhere them to the card fronts. Finally, I do the same with the sentiments. And here is the finished project. Which one do you like the best? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!